Welcome to Collecting Chaos Live. We're going to have fun tonight. Maybe. I hope. Could be. You never know. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do tonight. I know a few things that I want to talk about, but we'll get to those eventually. John Beck, welcome. John Beck is the first to post tonight. I'm going to do something I have never done before. Well, I haven't done it in a very, very long time. I'm going to make it open mic. Anybody that wants to come in can. I have a few interesting things I want to talk about. We'll get to them eventually. I was in town today, so I decided to stop by the thrift store and picked up a doll and looked at it and went, I don't know, T12. That's what, Tammy, Ideal Tammy from the 60s. Yeah, okay, I'll take it. Got it home and looked at it with my magnifying glass instead of just my regular glass. I missed the S. It's not a Tammy doll from the 60s. It's a Shirley Temple doll from the 50s. And now everything's going to fall over. Stay. So yeah, that was kind of fun. It's worth a little bit. I'll clean it up a little bit. Maybe see if I can find some clothes to put on her and put it up for sale. And if I can't find clothes to put on her, I guess I'll have to make them. Haven't done that in many years. And I've been working on trying to identify Barbies. So I've got 6 of them ID'd so far out of like 30. So we'll get there eventually. It's not an easy task. The whole Barbie franchise is very confusing after about 1966. Before that, it's easy. Before 1966, it's easy to identify them. But, yeah. Unfortunately, I have a habit of seeing things. I perused online, wasn't planning on buying anything, and didn't buy anything. Yay me! There's a first time for everything, right? And I keep seeing the word vintage thrown around, and it drives me up the wall because most of the stuff that they show as vintage isn't. I think one of my favorites is Vintage Magic the Gathering. No, that's not possible. Vintage, when you're talking about collectibles, okay, collectibles can go anywhere up to 100 years. After that, they're antiques. Collectibles are collectibles because they're older or because they're made to be a collectible. And the collectible vernacular is wrong, the way that they're doing things. Somewhere along the line, someone decided, well, we don't want to wait 50 years for this to be vintage, which is the accepted term for vintage collectibles. Is it has to be at least 50 years old. Before that, it's contemporary or modern. But someone in the toy industry decided they didn't want to wait 50 years. So now you have vintage 3 3/4 G.I. Joes, which is not possible because they didn't start until 1978. Vintage Star Wars. The whole Star Wars franchise isn't vintage. Contemporary, sure. Modern, absolutely. Basically, modern goes back about 25 years. Contemporary, 25 to 50. But there's an overlap there. And if it's older than 50 years, then it's vintage. So the Barbies I have over here, 2 of them are vintage, and the rest of them are contemporary or modern. The Shirley Temple doll, that's vintage. It's 65 years old, so something like that. So yeah, that's big vintage. The Peruvian Barbie I have there in the package, that is still modern, even though it was made 24 years ago. It's still modern, or released 24 years ago. Same thing with the Austrian Barbie that's hiding behind Shirley Temple. It's still considered modern. Next year I can call it, contemporary, whatever I want. I'll just call it collectible. Comic books have their own thing. Comic books, of course, use the gold, silver, bronze, copper, modern, although I don't really agree with the copper thing. They need another name, but copper, no. Let's leave copper out of it. We don't need that. I guess the modern one should be called the Iron Age because everybody's ironing their comics or pressing their comics. Speaking of which, I did finish the Challenges of the Unknown I was working on for my Thursday videos. And that's kind of cool. I showed that this morning, along with some comics that I'm interested in working on, but I want my viewers to tell me what they want to see me work on of those 3 that I picked out. So we'll do that, and then. And then after that, I think I'm going to cancel my Friday show. I'll still do a Friday show occasionally. I'm not going to do it tomorrow. I haven't had time to work on it, and I don't want to. What the Friday show will end up being is a continuation of Thursday. So it'll still be called Freeform Friday, but generally it's going to be additional cleaning or maybe repair or something like that for comics. I have to get real. People really aren't that interested. I went back and looked at my analytics for modeling for the Hulk model. Those are some of the lowest views of anything I've got. Yeah, I need to make them shorter too. So I'm thinking if I span it over 2 days, more people will see the whole thing. So that's another thing I'm thinking about, is making my videos shorter. Not everyone has time to sit down and watch a 30-minute video of me cleaning a comic book or putting a comic book back together. But my channel, regardless of my varied interests, my channel still is mostly about comics, and that's what I need to keep it to if I want to keep growing. I might at a later date put one out that's just toy specific. I will keep doing my Barbie minutes as I learn about Barbies, because that's something I think people can learn from, and they're under 5 minutes, so it shouldn't be a problem. I have another one of those I'll be releasing probably tomorrow, maybe Saturday. I will do an auction on Saturday. I was thinking about not doing it this Saturday. Like I said, I was thinking about not doing my little auction and claim on Saturday, but I'm going to do it this Saturday. I'll probably skip the Saturday after that. And me not doing a video tomorrow is not an April Fool's joke. It's real. I'm not doing it. Well, unless I can think of something funny, then I might throw in a 3 or 4 minute video. Yeah, absolutely. And I need to get to that point that I don't feel obligated to put out videos, and I can put out the ones I want to. I like doing my Tuesday treasures, showing things that I picked up, no matter what they are. I like doing my Eternal My Light project. I mean, that's one of my favorite videos to do. And I enjoy doing the cleaning ones, but the Monday morning show, I dropped that because it just wasn't doing anything. And my audience isn't Dungeons and Dragons specific. So it wasn't there. Freeform Friday, like I said, I'll still do one occasionally, but it's not going to be a weekly thing. It'll be when I have additional content that I want to add in. And it might be a little bit of all. It might be a little bit from Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. You never know. I'll just have to see what I'm going to do on that. But that's as far as what I'm going to sell tomorrow. I don't know. I haven't changed my wall yet. I've added a few things up there, but I really haven't changed it. I will. I'll put new stuff up there for tomorrow. I'm going to do that tomorrow instead of making a video. Tonight I have to ship somebody. I have to package something up and get it ready to ship tomorrow morning. I had one person needed to pay me late, so they did, and I'm okay with that. I mean, he got a hold of me through the grapevine and let me know that it was going to be late, and that's fine. I don't mind it when people do that. What I mind is when people don't pay and they don't contact me and they just act like I don't exist. I have someone like that right now, and they're going to get a rude surprise tomorrow when their order is canceled. Midnight tonight, I'm canceling the order for that person. And I don't know that I'll take orders from them anymore. Because if you can't pay in 3 or 4 weeks, I don't need you. Terrible thing to say, but that's the way it is. But like I said, I posted the. Let me go in and pin that if I can figure out where I am. Let's see, it might be easier if I go over here.
Oh, this was that killer. This is a 5.
Oops. I accidentally started the volume on another computer. Let's see here. We'll get this all set up here. I'll pin that. This isn't the first time with this person. I've had a lot of trouble with him over the past year or so. So yeah, I'm just going to say no. If he wants to buy something, he's more than welcome to. He better pay right then. And I'm going to let some people know about that too. I'm going to let them know. There are certain people that have to pay right away, and others that have a good track record with me, that if they need a little extra time, I'll give it to them. But not 3 weeks. BK, how you doing? I found a bunch of Robotech comics. I gotta send you a list. Matter of fact, I got Robotech Masters 1 through 5 right up there. I'm not selling them tonight. Well, I would sell them tonight. I don't care. But I'll get that list together for you sometime in the next week. Yeah, that's my poster. The other Dawn was sold. The Dawn that came with a poster, yeah. John bought that. Matter of fact, he might have it now. It might be in his possession already. Took me a while to figure out how I was going to ship that one. I hope it gets there without any bends or creases. I think the latest you ever paid was 24 hours later. I could accept that. Wow, that would be awesome. That would make the series go up, or the comics go up. The poster is in the box with the comics. I made a little separate compartment for it, and hopefully it gets there okay. And if it doesn't, just let me know. I see Horizon Picks claim sale is going along again. Oh, well. Patrick, always good to see you. Like I said, if anybody wants to pop in to chat, pop in with the link to come on is right up there. No, I just have a couple of Kiss comics, Kiss magazine, stuff like that. Sent the box out, I think Tuesday. It had a separate little compartment in it that the poster was in. Well, if you don't want to pop in, you can just chat away, and I'll talk to you that way. But I'm just letting people know that they're welcome to join me if they like. Yeah, I have a few of those. I'm looking for around about $10 a piece to get for those. I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got number 6, number 9, number 11, number 12. Or no. Yeah, number 12. Hang on. 6, 9, 11, 13, 16, 17, 19, 22, 23, and 24. And if somebody wanted to take them all, I'd do them for about $10 a piece. You never know. You might get cheered up. Yeah. Claiming Thundercats. I'll send you a bill. Or I'll tell you what, I'll send you the list of Robotech that I've got first. Then I'll send you a bill on whatever you want, plus the Thundercats. Let me make a note of that. Our auction on Friday night on Horizon Picks Channel starts at 6 instead of at 10. We are going earlier now. We go at 6 on the East Coast. Don't tell me you thought you threw it away, John. That would be bad. All right. Put a note up there for me to remember all T-cats for BK. John, did it get to you okay? Was it damaged? Or have you managed to get it open yet? Well, everybody's welcome to view my show. Everybody's welcome to enjoy the chat. And oh, okay. That's great. I really appreciate it. You know what? I'm going to cover your shipping on that BK because I really needed the money. So that's awesome. I'm going to go ahead and pay your shipping. And I'll get it out to you tomorrow. Tomorrow morning. I'll send it out tomorrow morning. Because that'll help me a lot. I had to pay, aside from my normal bills, I had to pay my car insurance, which I cover for 6 months for 2 vehicles, and one of which I'm still making payments on. So, you know, car insurance isn't cheap. And re-register a vehicle, got to pay my rent, add to renew my driver's license. And there's still months left at the end of the money. Because this is all for next month. So, yeah, I do appreciate that. Oh, sorry about that. I wasn't sure if that was going to be big enough or not. Still, if you're going to frame it, it'll probably be covered anyway. Whose birthday? No, my birthday isn't until the end of next month. So it's like, 30 days from now. Chris, you might have gotten yours too. I don't know. I sent them out at the same time. But then John's just, down the road. I can almost throw his stuff to him. I don't dare though, because he'd get mad. He's close enough I consider him a neighbor. He's far enough away I'd have to drive. Oh, okay. I knew I should have used 3 tubes. I had those from leftover. I was collecting them to make some terrain for Warhammer 40K. And those were left over. I need to throw a lot of that stuff away because I'm never going to use it. But occasionally I'll find a use for some of it. So again, one of my pet peeves is what people call collectibles. Just remember, if it's between 50 and 100 years, it's vintage. If it's less than 50 years old, it is not vintage. It isn't vintage. It's either contemporary or just a collectible. If it's if it's under 25 years, it's modern. Between 25 and 50, it's considered contemporary. I have a puzzle, and I have the Empire Strikes Back carrying case. No. Mine has a big crease down the middle. Nobody ever notices it because it's below the boob, so nobody ever notices the crease. Retro retro is when something comes back. So if they've remade the Thunder or some of the He-Man toys, so the older ones would be considered retro. That's right. But it drives me crazy because I'll see 1999 vintage Barbie. That's not even that's still modern. Yeah, anyway. That's a Star Wars jigsaw puzzle with a surprise inside. And that's the Empire Strikes Back carrying case, missing the handle. But other than that, it's complete. And you'd think I'd fill it full of vintage Star Wars, but no. I keep my vintage Star Wars over here in little carrying things. I need to get a couple more of these for my G.I. Joes. And I said vintage Star Wars, but it isn't. But yeah, and I saw something in the news that someone has decided, they said it in the news, that the 90s stuff that's collectible is now called vintage. And no, it isn't. Come on, smack somebody upside the head. Yeah, absolutely. The 12-inch G.I. Joes, the original ones that they made in the 60s are vintage. The repops are retro. That's true. I'm way past vintage. Before long, I'll be halfway to being an antique. Even my Superman up here, that's not vintage. It came out in it was made in 1978, so it's not vintage. It's getting close, but it's not there yet. It's got another 6 more years before it's vintage. If I know. The only time vintage is referred to, the only time you have the word vintage referring to a collectible that's less than 50 years old is when you're talking about wines. because every year is a vintage. And that is where the term actually comes from, is wine. So if you said, I have a 1999, or I have a Barbie vintage 1999, or a vintage 1999 Barbie, that could be considered correct if you could drink it. But since you can't, it's not. How you doing, Hood Inc? Hood Inc Comics is in the house. Glad to see you. Yeah, well, a lot of us become decrepit before we become antiques. But yeah, if vintage meant 25 years or 20 years even, like they're trying to say, then pretty much everything I own is vintage. Because almost everything I own is over 25 years old. Sure, that works, Michael. That actually works because you're applying the vintage to a drink that was made in a certain year, and you can probably still drink it. I wouldn't, but you could. To me, drinking a 2022 vintage Coca-Cola and drinking a 1960 Coca-Cola, there's no difference. They're both bad for you. Not to say I never drink cola, but it's rare. I bought a 6-pack of RC this year. Yeah, I did. I've still got 3 of them in the refrigerator. We're only in March, so I still got time. Last year I bought a 6-pack of Pepsi. It lasted me 9 months. I just don't drink a lot of soda. Ivan, how are you doing? Glad to see you. Happy for everybody that stops in. If anybody wants to join me on in chat live here and talk about anything they want to talk about, there's a link up in our that I've whatever you do. I thumbnailed it. I made sure it's the first thing you see. I pinned it. There you go. I pinned it up top, and you're welcome to click on it and come in. Harley Handler. I don't think I've ever seen you in my on my stream before. Good to see you. I'm not doing a sale tonight. I will be in the sale tomorrow night. I will do one on Saturday. Of course, that doesn't mean if you see something you want, you can't say, "Hey, I want that. How much?" And we'll work something out. Full-time reseller is here. Glad to see everybody. Somebody I didn't think I'd be adding to my chats.
What's up? How you doing tonight?
Oh, not bad. How have you been?
Oh, not bad at all. How about you?
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. You still buying all the new stuff?
Yeah, I buy all the new stuff and sell all the old stuff, and yeah. I just got rid of tonight the Amazing Spider-Man, the Impossible Escape 65. Yeah, I dove into old comics too. Everybody seemed to want them, so I had to get them.
Yeah, well, I mean, old comics sell.
Yeah, this is definitely true.
Probably because they're better written, and there's some incredibly good artists in them. I'm not to say there's not incredibly good artists today. It's just some of those old ones are just so much better. But then I told you that I told you that what, a year and a half ago. I told you should look into old comics.
Yeah.
No, they're no good.
Yeah, it's what the people want. So, what's up, Patrick? But yeah. So what you been up to? I see your collection is getting bigger.
Yeah, it keeps growing, and I don't know why. I keep trying to, I keep trying to pare it down, and I sell stuff and end up with more. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
I see how that works. I can see how that works. Yeah. So have you checked out the new Moon Knight yet?
No,
It's
that's on
on.
TV, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's on.
I'd have to watch TV to be able to check it out. I don't watch TV. I get too much stuff to read.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah.
I found a
But,
place that has a lot of old comics.
Yeah.
Like I mean, the first original Spider-Man, the first original Marvel Knight runs. Man, it's overwhelming. Like I was literally holding the first appearance of Iron Man in my hand in a 9.8. I just wish I had 20 grand to pay him for it. That was that was it.
Full-time reseller. Catch me on IG, Collecting Chaos. I think it's all one word, and we can discuss that on there.
Well, I started pressing and cleaning comics.
Yeah, got to be careful with that. Don't leave them in too long.
Yeah. I haven't finished getting all the gear. I'll finish getting all the gear sometime this weekend.
And new comics are I don't like pressing new comics at all. I'll cold press them. That's no problem. I don't want to hot press them because you got to be real careful with the temperature. And if you, every time I do it, the pages end up sticking together because the ink isn't completely dry. And that's on comics that are, 15, 16 years old, which I still consider new.
Do you use a book that you know how to press comics with, or are you just using your information from your years of experience?
Mostly years of experience.
Well, they have a book that shows you how to do all of that, from the new to the old. And I'm sure it has 90% of it you already know, but it tells you how to press those the different ages of comics and what heat to press them at and all the rest of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just saying maybe you didn't know.
I know how to do it. I just don't like doing it because it's too easy to make a mistake on a new comic. And most new comics really don't need a press. I mean, you put them in a Mylar sleeve, you put them on, you stick them in your, and 6 to 8 months from now, they're nice and flat with no creases, and you don't have a problem. Even the waviness goes away,
Yeah, this is true.
So I don't see any reason to press a new comic. I mean, since I don't grade comics, I'm not after those elusive 9.8s. Although I've had a few comics that would easily get that or better. Like I said, it's just not something I consider that important. I mostly press older comics just because I want to. I generally, sometimes I'll press one for somebody. Sometimes I'll press one to make it a little better looking when I sell it. But I don't raise the grade on it. To me, it's still the same grade. It just presents it a little nicer.
Right.
Just like when I do minor repairs to comics. I'm not going to raise the grade. It just presents better and it'll last longer. So.
This is true. but there are so many different. Now that I've got into it, there are so many different. How can I put it? Genres of comics
Oh
that
yeah,
have so many first appearances that I never even knew or heard about that
oh
they're
yeah.
trying to grab up now, and I'm like, who, who, what is a quasar? Like, I don't.
Just file it under X-Men, you'll be fine.
Right?
Although I think he'd be a cosmic entity. But
God
I
knows.
mean, when you start getting into some of the stuff that I'm into, you start looking at first appearances for characters that they don't even make them anymore, or that would surprise you. Sabrina the Teenage Witch's first appearance was back in the 50s in Archie's Madhouse.
Yep.
I forget what issue. It's like issue 28 or something like that. It was a really early issue. Sergeant Rock, his first appearance, he wasn't called Sergeant Rock. He was just Rock.
Absolute craziness.
You know, Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., his first appearance wasn't as Nick Fury. It was as Sergeant Fury, with Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos #1.
Nope, I did
People
not know
don't think
that.
about that. That's actually Nick Fury's first appearance. Of course, he didn't have an eye patch back then.
I wonder
And he
how
was
he
still
lost the
white,
eye.
but you know.
Yes, yes. It's crazy how they do comics nowadays, and it seems to be even more crazy the stuff that they're willing to go through to put it on. Like I've heard supposedly that Will Smith's son is going to play Miles Morales as the live action character. But I don't know after he did that slapping thing, I don't know if that's still going to happen for him, but supposedly.
Yes. Well, no, I don't really collect Archie BK. I accumulate them. Once they get into my hands, they don't go away unless it's a double that I don't need. Why does that surprise you? It
It
shouldn't.
it doesn't surprise me. I'm just sitting up there thinking, man, the books that I have literally passed up on. I wish I could get back now
As for
because
holding a copy of Tales of Suspense 39, well, I did that back in the 70s.
by
I
chance, do
had
you have
I had Hulk 1 through 6. I had Amazing Fantasy 15, Amazing Adult Fantasy, or Amazing Spider-Man. I had Fantastic Four #1, uh, Avengers 1, X-Men 1 through 90. I quit collecting with number 90 because I got tired of the reprints. And then 91 came out and it was all new. Yes, Josie and the Pussycats is also Archie, as is Katie Keene. Katie Keene comics aren't cheap. They're expensive. Even low-grade ones are expensive. The romance comics are really expensive. If you start getting into high-grade copies, I have a few of those I actually should send in and get graded. Susan, I would suggest food. Food is a good thing to eat. Pizza is always good.
all right, Chaos. It was great kicking it with you. I'm gonna have to go pick up my wife.
All right.
You have a great night, man.
All right. Tell her we all said hi.
All right, man. Laters.
Bye. It's actually somebody I didn't expect to add to the stream, but I gave him a chance, and I'm glad I did. He's mellowed out a little bit since the last time I talked with him, and that's cool. That's good. Yes, I devour them. I put them on a plate, but when you're devouring them, you need to use lots of ketchup. Should have bought some pizza today. I was at the store and I didn't buy any pizza. So what else did I get? I got something else. I picked this up. It was like $3. Why not? I picked up another dinosaur because, dinosaur. That's a big one. My hands are not small. Okay. I can almost measure a Barbie with my hand span, so that's a pretty good one. Chicken is a good idea. Yeah. I have no idea. I think since I didn't get a chance to offer it, I might go ahead and offer that. The carrying case, the Star Wars carrying case, I might go ahead and offer that. I have some more Hot Wheels. I might bring those. Let's see what else. Some comics. I'm going to bring some comics. I'll probably have some toys sitting out here. I don't know if I'll sell them or not. I'm probably going to go ahead and offer these again. These are those Dragon Ball. They're all Dragon Ball Z stuff. Oh, by the way, I'm shipping your Hot Wheels tomorrow, Harley. Tomorrow morning. I've got them packed up. I just have to put the label on it. I had to figure out how to pack them first. Turns out priority mail shoebox is perfect for those. And for regular Hot Wheels, if you're going to send them priority mail, the priority mail A box, the smaller one, you can fit 14 of them in there. So that's kind of cool. That's good stuff. Good stuff. Maybe I'll grab some football cards. No, football season's over. Basketball? No, basketball is almost over. And I don't have any new ones. They're all old ones anyway. This is the one from 2016, so it's about 6 years old. And the reason I have Barbie holding her head here is because earlier it was in front of her, and I put one of the naked dolls I have in there and went, well, that doesn't look right. So I had her go like this, like, what are you doing? You don't have any clothes on. But there, like I said, there are two vintage Barbies there. This one, which is the Marvel Flip twist and turn, and this one, which is the twist and turn Skipper. Or no, PJ. That's PJ, not Skipper. I forget sometimes what they are. That's why I put little labels on here to tell me what they are, because I won't remember otherwise. And I picked up a bunch of those little plastic stands. They were cheap. They were like 89 or 98 cents a piece, and they're perfect, except that they're not good for anything but Barbies. Sweet tarts. Oh, I used to eat those all the time. I used to walk up the counter at the 7-Eleven I used to go to after school, and he'd just look at me and say, Reese's or Sweet Tarts? because I get my RC, and then I'd have either Reese's or Sweet Tart to go with it. And yeah, that's when you could buy a soda for like 28 cents or something like that. Buy a 16-ounce soda for 28 cents. Plus, I think 3 cents for the deposit, so it was like 31 cents for a soda. Yeah, that's. And I found my flying saucer magazine. Maybe I'll offer this. I have. It's vintage. I have a vintage Flying Saucers magazine. Flying Saucer UFO Reports #1. It's vintage. It's from 1967. Oh no, this is #2. Excuse me. Wish I had #1. That would be cool. Probably worth 50 cents. I don't know. So yeah, that's. I'm actually looking forward to tomorrow, and I'm not looking forward to tomorrow. Like I said earlier, I am not going to do a show tomorrow morning. There will be no Freeform Friday tomorrow morning. Most of you don't watch it anyway, so it won't matter. But I'm not going to do that. I will occasionally do Freeform Friday shows. Probably continuations of whatever I'm working on Thursday, which means, yeah, I'm probably going to go ahead and finish that Wolverine model that I started stripping the paint down on, but I won't do it on screen. '62? No, '68. '67, excuse me. It has a date stamp on it of April 1967. I should press it. Make that a little curved. I've had it for a while. And of course, if you're not subscribed, please do so. And make sure, you don't have to, but I'd appreciate thumbs up or thumbs down if you don't like it. Grilled spicy chicken. Are you getting rice also, or just the chicken? Oh yeah. Michael came up with an idea, and I was going to expand on it a little bit. I can't do it yet because I don't have the community tab open, even though I'm supposed to. YouTube hasn't released it to me yet. But once my community tab is open, what I'd like to do is make that like a trading place for people. If you're looking for a comic, I'm not talking about, like Incredible Hulk 181. I'm talking about run fillers, comics that are $3 to $10, somewhere in there. Or it could be a little more expensive. And, that you're looking for it, you want to complete a run or you want to read a story, whatever. And basically a trading space, somewhere that you can go to trade your comics. And I'll help facilitate that as best I can. Once I get that in place and once I have the community tab, I'll do that. And I'll even put it on my live stream, look, this person is looking for this person is looking for that. You two should get together, and hopefully people can make trades where all they do is pay shipping for each other. And back in the olden days, we used to do that, back in the before times. That Sad Sack low grade is going in my collection and not going anywhere. That's another one of those comics that generally goes into my hands and never leaves. I have decided only the Sad Sack comics, and I'm thinking Sad Sack and the Sarge, those two runs, and not the rest of them. So, yeah, I've got that right here. I've got that Sad Sack right here. Right there. Right there. I just have to put it in the Mylar, maybe clean it, see if I can get that name off of it. without hurting it. Coleslaw and chicken. Mashed potatoes, maybe. I'm not a big fan of coleslaw. So, but if that will satisfy your stomach, we're good with it. Oh my gosh, I have another guest. Let me bring him on. You might know him. He hasn't been here for a while.
I have not. How are you, kind sir?
Well, I'm doing good. I'm glad you decided to join me.
2 guests in one night.
Yeah.
Look at you.
And the one surprised me. I didn't expect him to even try, but
That was awesome.
And I wasn't going to at first, and then I thought, no, I'm going to give him a chance. It's been a year and a half since I decided he was not the best person in the world. So I'm glad I did. He seems to have mellowed down, and he's getting more into what he needs to be trying to.
Awesome. So now I just wanted to pop on, say hi to everybody, see how things are going.
Yeah.
A surprise reunion show. That's right, Card Shop.
Yeah, surprise reunion show. And Mr. Murphy is working. He has a job now. So.
Yes, I am.
I feel sorry. I feel sorry for him, but it's what he wants to do, so it's good.
Absolutely. Well, I heard that there was some request of, a little preview of what's going to be coming tomorrow. So as I'm sitting here working on getting my stuff ready tonight for tomorrow, because again, I got that job thing now that I have to do in the morning.
Let's make you. We're not going to make you fill the screen, but we're going to make you a little bigger.
Okay. Well, I'm going to be bringing some. I still got some Kiss comics left. I'm getting low on those, so I have these that are going to be up tomorrow. I have some random Batman, Supermans that I'm going to be putting up tomorrow. And then I've got some X titles. So just kind of give you an idea of some things, and then I'll have I still got my box, my $2 claim box. Thought I'd throw some of that up tomorrow, so we'll see how it goes. Just to throw it out there. And hey, if there's any interest, I've got an almost complete run of Batman in the House. It's over there. I'm not going to go get it because it's a big. Well, here, let me see if I can just grab it right fast. I hate turning my back to the camera. Don't look at my mesh. Oh my lordy. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my God. Ah. I've got a big stack of. I don't think all this is. Oh yeah, it almost is. I've offered this a few times, but if somebody's interested, let me see here. There we go. Stack of The Outsiders. This is a 2007 run. There was a 1 through 50 run. I've definitely got issue 1, got issue 50. I've got 44 books out of the 50 series, so somebody's interested in that, definitely hit me up.
I think there's 51. I think there's a 0 issue.
I don't know if there's is in that one or not. I don't remember off the top of my head. Oh, and here's something that you'll appreciate, Chaos, something that I just got.
Let me get out the book, the Bible. Yeah, go ahead.
I have got a box. I just got it in today. Oh. Paperbacks.
Cool. I couldn't sell them, so I stopped trying. Star Trek
paperbacks. This whole box. I've got 5 boxes full of Star Trek books.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's a lot of Trek.
That is a lot of Trek, so. Yeah, they're glamour.
There was an annual.
There was, okay. I don't know if I got the annual or not. I don't think I got the annual.
That's from 2003 to 2007, right?
Right.
And there's also a bunch of, there were also 2 double features. But those were reprints, so we don't count them. So I'm right and I'm wrong.
There you go.
I'm right, there was actually 51. I'm wrong, it was an annual, not a zero issue.
You can go ahead and make me smaller again.
Oh, okay.
No, Susan, Rainbow's not in the studio right now. I don't know where he is. He's out being a cat, doing cat things.
Cats like to do that. I don't know why.
So yeah, no, just a little preview there. We were talking about it, so came across a copy of Amazing Spider-Man number 50 in a large lot, poor shape, missing the upper left corner, cut out.
Hold down the fort for a second. I'm going to go get something. I'll be right back.
All right.
This is something Harley's going to want to see.
Don't forget about the hard R after midnight. The problem is with us going to 6 p.m., we can't necessarily hit the 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. hard R on our time zone. So we've been looking to see at 7 p.m. Eastern, it will be midnight in the UK. So it may be hard R after midnight for our UK friends. Don't quote me on that. That's still in pre-production. So I also want to give a shout out to Card Shop Reality, where all your card collecting needs can become a reality, because Card Shop Reality and Vash Tech, or Card Shop Reality has made Patrick Murphy and Vash Tech come together. So that is actually a legit link there, ladies and gentlemen.
This is called Speed Racer.
Oh, wow.
I picked it up at the thrift store. This is chock full of racing goodness, I guess for Hot Wheels or something similar to that. I haven't really looked at it that closely. As you can see, it's still sealed up.
Wow.
So I thought that might be something that Harley could help me identify. And if not, I can always reach out to Radar in Canada, because he does Hot Wheels.
Cool.
I'm figuring between the two of them, I can figure out what I bought, what I wasted my money on. But the score of the day has to go to either the dinosaur or the Shirley Temple.
Ooh, that's rough. Because, I mean, it's Shirley Temple. So, I mean...
Give me a week, okay?
But now, the dinosaur, though, for us, do you think it goes in the line with the the other dinosaurs we got? Because you got the blue one of the red.
It's not squishy.
It's not squishy like the blue one?
It's tough. I mean, you can squeeze it, but it's really tough.
Gotcha.
And I have no idea who made it. Oh, wait, there's writing on it.
Get out the readers.
No, get out my loot. It says Triceratops. And that's all it says. Wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more, ladies and gentlemen. That's right.
Made in China. So I have to look for Made in China Triceratops online and see if I can identify it. But, it's big.
He is. Yeah, no.
I mean...
That's why I thought he might have been in the same line with Walter back there.
Just so you know how big my hands are, this is a Silver Age comic. It's big.
He is.
No, it doesn't go with the... It's not fantasy stuff. And it's not squishy.
Horizon.
But it'll
Thanks for
go
stopping
fine
in.
with my other dinosaurs I have up there in that box. Yeah,
TGOF early.
Everybody's welcome to come on today. I've got plenty of space on the channel for anybody that wants to come on and chat for a few minutes. I know Horizon was just going crazy with those T-shirts earlier.
Oh yeah, I didn't really catch much of it. Like I said, I spent a majority of my evening on the phone with Sprint.
I'm sorry.
Even my son, he heard when I switched off. You could just tell the lasers were shooting out of my eyes. It's like,
I have to do that with CenturyLink tomorrow. I'm being double charged again for my internet. They're charging my credit card and they're charging my phone bill. So they need to stop charging one of them, or I'm going to contact a lawyer.
I hate to be that guy. I really try not to be. When I worked there, this is how the policy went.
Yeah.
But there's only so much. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say shade, but I can't get shade out of my head. So let me just say the word shade. It's not shade. There's only so much spin. There's only so much spin that they can put on something to where it's like, okay, when I worked here, this is how this worked. This is what we requested. This is what was supposed to be executed. Now, after the fact, you're backpedaling saying, no, this isn't how it's supposed to be. Where was the breakdown of communication?
You bought a lot of dinos off of me, Harley. You didn't buy all of my dinos. I have more. And I'm always picking up. I see a dinosaur, I have to buy it. I don't understand why. I like dinosaurs. What can I say?
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Hey.
Collecting Chaos. Patrick, the Glam fam is here. Ampu says hi. Well, hi, Ampu, and hi, Lily. Appreciate you stopping in.
Yes,
Well, look, I do need to hop off here because I do got some things I need to do before. I actually have a bedtime now.
Oh. That's scary.
I know.
And you need to maintain it through the weekend so that you don't get screwed up for the week.
I know.
That's the worst.
I'm going to go ahead and hop off, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you stopping in. Make sure you hit that thumbs up for Chaos. Make sure you're subscribed to his channel. If it's red down there at the bottom, if that subscribe button is red, go ahead and click it, turn it gray. Hit that notification bell. Go into one of his videos. Let him know that Patrick Murphy sent you. With that, ladies and gentlemen, hey, I'll see you tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Vashtech sent you to me is also acceptable.
Oh, yeah. No, Vashtech too. Vashtech for life. All right, guys. See you later.
All right. And with that, I think, how can I top that? I'm going to go ahead and log off. We went about 9 minutes over, which is fine. I don't mind. I can go longer, but I do say 10 to 11 Eastern, and I kind of want to keep that the way it is. And so, yeah, I guess I'll have some dinosaurs over here on the table tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see what happens. In the meantime, make sure before you handle your comics, your cards, your toys, your games, whatever you happen to be into, wash your hands. Good for your comics. Most of all, it's good for your health. And with that, I will see you tomorrow on Horizon Picks channel and his auction at 6 p.m. 5 o'clock real time. 5 o'clock my time, by the way.